is erected. In 1886, the spots where Crispus Attucks and Samuel Gray fell during the Boston Massacre were marked by circles on the pavement. Within each circle there was a hub with spokes leading out to form a wheel. The following year, the state of Massachusetts appropriated money to erect a monument in memory of Attucks and his fallen comrades. Attucks' name was to head the list as the first to fall for independence. Most people favored appropriating money to build the monument, but some objected. Those who objected argued that the Boston Massacre could have been avoided. They said that Attucks and the others should not have antagonized the British soldiers. Those favoring the appropriation replied, "They were not trying to cause trouble. They simply were patriots seeking freedom." The objectors argued further. These men only represented the working class. They did not represent the true patriots of the Revolution. The supporters replied, "You are wrong in this conclusion. The members of the working class went to the front in large numbers to fight for freedom. They helped to make up the backbone of the Revolutionary Army." Other supporters said, "The Boston Massacre brought us 10 years closer to freedom. Let's not forget these brave men who forged the way for the freedom which we enjoy today." Someone read the following words from Daniel Webster to the Assembly, which was considering the appropriation. "From that moment, we may date the severance of the British Empire." Webster had written these words years before, but they had great influence on the Assembly. The members voted to make the necessary appropriation for building the monument. 1 year later, the monument to honor Crispus Attucks and his brave companions was erected. It is a large structure, over 25 feet high and a little over 10 feet wide. The bas relief or raised portion of the face of the main part of the monument portrays the Boston Massacre with Crispus Attucks lying in the foreground. In the upper left-hand corner is an inscription which reads, "From that moment we may date the severance of the British Empire, Daniel Webster." In the upper right-hand corner is another inscription reading, "On that night the foundation of American independence was laid, John Adams." Under the scene is the date March 5, 1770. Above the bas-relief stands a female figure, Free America, with a serious, determined, and heroic expression on her upturned face. With her left hand she clasps a flag about to be unfurled, and in her right hand she holds the broken chain of oppression. Beneath her right foot she crushes the royal crown of England, which lies torn and twisted on the ground. At the left of the figure, clinging to the edge of the base, is an eagle. This eagle has its wings raised and its back open, showing that it has just alighted. Its pose enhances the fiery spirit of the female figure. 13 stars are cut into one of the faces of the monument. Beneath these stars, in raised letters, are the names of Crispus Attucks, Samuel Gray, James Caldwell, Samuel Maverick, and Patrick Carr. The unveiling of the monument, including the ceremony, was an impressive event. The chief speaker was the celebrated writer and lecturer John Fiske. The poet J. Boyle O'Reilly wrote the following poem especially for the occasion. "And honor to Crispus Attucks, who was a leader and voice that day, the first to defy and the first to die. With Maverick, Carr, and Gray, call it riot or revolution, or mob or crowd as you may, such deaths have been seed of nations, such lives shall be honored for aye."